Hello and welcome in to Regional Championship Saturday here in Tigerville, South Carolina. The plan is, if everything goes according to plan weather-wise, we will crown a regional champion by the end of the night. Mount Olive took the 1-0 series lead last night. As you could say, it was eventually basically a walk in the park for them last night as North Greenville issued 14 free passes to first base, 12 walks, and 2 hit-by pitches. As you get a look at the action from last night, things started early with fireworks from the Trojans. They erupted for 5 runs in the bottom of the first inning last night, thanks large part to 2 home runs. You get a look at the second one right there. They were off to the strong start out in front, as I mentioned, 5-0, but North Greenville would come back, and they'd come back with a fury. Get another look at a walk right there, and there was the final run. You get a little trickeration, like just kind of took a funny hop. It was just going that way early on for the Crusaders, but they would come back. David Lewis launched his first of 2 home runs last night. This one clearing the wall out in left center field, got North Greenville on the board. Then the Division II home run king stepped up, and he padded to his lead at the top as he blasted a 3-run shot over the scoreboard in left field. Cut the Mount Olive lead to 5-4. Yeah, a lot of fireworks going on early last night. David Lewis came up and launched his second bomb of the night and as many at-bats. Launched that one out to right field. Now tied for the team lead in home runs with 17. And North Greenville would take the lead in the top of the 4th inning with an RBI sacrifice fly from Corey Bivens. But the lead would not last for long as Mount Olive would respond in a hurry. Cottle launched the base hit in the left field. That would have tied the ball game. And Mount Olive was far from done. They had another base hit in the left field that gave them the lead, and they're able to pounce and capitalize and add a couple more in that bottom of the 4th inning and get a double there in the right center field gap. Yeah, it was just a lot of timely hits. They had mixed in 10 hits on top of those 14 free passes issued by North Greenville pitching. And it just seemed like everything that could possibly go wrong for the Crusaders pitching staff. Again, talked to Landon Powell last night. He talked about how it was a very uncharacteristic start from Reese Fields last night. Called it his worst start in a Crusader uniform. Nate Roof came on and didn't exactly find a whole lot of luck. And eventually the clock ran out on the Crusaders as Mount Olive completed the victory last night, winning 13-7, and that is where we are going into today. And the keys for the game today, much of the same for Mount Olive. A lot of timely hits and then pitching. While North Greenville had those 14 free passes and gimmies to first base, Mount Olive did not walk a single batter last night. In fact, Eric Johnson and Dawson Goss combined. Eric Johnson started, went 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, and Dawson Goss came in. He was lights out, gave up a solo home run to Corey Bivens, but that was it. Here's how the Trojans will line up tonight, early this afternoon. Dylan Jeffries, Vito Paterno, Jack Casbaro, Landon Choboy, JT Stone, Cooper George, Alden Cottle, Joshua Jones, and Mike Kinney. Same lineup, 3 games now for the Trojans here in the Tigerville Regional. And the man they'll be facing on the mound for the Crusaders is true freshman right-hander, big man Brody Fowler. This is his 17th appearance on the year, his 9th start. Record of 7-0, ERA of 4.79, 41 1/3 innings pitched, 41 hits, 24 runs. 22 of which earned, 19 walks to 46 strikeouts, opponents batting .253. Off the right-hander, Brody Fowler. Again, a local kid. Went to high school just about 20 so minutes away in Eastside High School. Won the state title for the Eastside Eagles back in 2022. Gets the start for him in an elimination game for them here this afternoon. And here's the defensive alignment for the Crusaders. Only one change from last night. Get to that in a moment. John Michael Fail behind the plate to complete the battery with Brody Fowler. David Lewis at first. It's going to be Bryce Roddy over at second. Jalen Vasquez at short. Corey Bivens at third. The one change for the Crusaders, Andrew Kaminsky will get the start in left field, Pat Monteith in center, and Marek Kloop in right. So who's ready for some more baseball here? Day 3 of the Tigerville Regional. If all goes according to plan, it'll be the final day. North Greenville playing for their lives. Mount Olive trying to punch a ticket to the Super Regionals. And his first pitch misses low and out, 0-0.
Well, let me say that again. 1 minute early again.
Yeah, first pitch at 1:59. There's a called strike on the outer half, 1-1. On a breaking ball slashed down the right field line, and it's looking foul.
Mentioned it yesterday, Dylan Jeffries, second team All-Conference Carolinas. He's had a great year coming in with a .345 average.
He was 2 for 5 last night. Big righty looks out there. The 1-2. Just got a piece of that, did Dylan.
Good job to stay alive there. Jeffrey's a junior from Nakina, North Carolina.
Here's the 1-2 again. Smith's low and out, 2-2. That was a good pitch that time there from Brody Fowler. Tried to get Dylan Jeffries to offer at that one, and it was great patience at the plate to lay off of that one.
Home plate umpire today, Bobby Dunnigan. He will be hearing from both sides at some point, I can just about guarantee you.
Yep, I mean, the other ones have heard it all weekend long. Why is he any different,
exactly.
Right? Yeah, to complete, again, as my partner in crime, Alan Gailey, mentioned, Bobby Dunnigan's behind the plate. Danny Everett over at first, Kevin Spivey over at second, and then Don Andrews over at third. Here's the 2-2. That's hit up the middle. Jalen Vasquez can't field it, and that was going to scoot into center field for a base hit. The leadoff runner on for the Trojans here in the top of the first. So here's Vito Paterno. Wind wasn't really much of a factor last night. The flag really wasn't moving at all last night. It has picked up some here today, more of the traditional Tigerville wind. Not swirling like it is, like it normally is during the regular season. I'd say roughly about 5 or so miles per hour, blowing from left to right. Well, no, that one's going to get by the catcher fail, and that's going to go to the backstop. Jeffries scoots on down to second base. So hitter friendly count here, Paterno. Again, keys for Mount Olive, get off to that hot start. Ride the pitching. That they've had a lot of success with that. And for North Greenville, is got to get off to a better start. These first 2 games of the regionals, they've had to play from behind. Here's the 2-0. That one's laughed out of play. Look out up there. Kid trying to field that ball kind of went tumbling down the hill a little bit. Seems to be okay, though.
Tell you what, both of these teams bring in their heavy hitters in this one. One player between these 2 teams with a batting average below 300.
A lot of offensive firepower. They showed that early on yesterday, and I'm sure they're going to show that here today. 2-1 misses downstairs, 3-1. One pitch, one spot here for Vito Paterno. (3-1) fouled out of play. Count runs full.
Vito Paterno, also second team All-Conference Carolinas this year. Showing why. Good job to stay alive there and make it a full count.
Paterno really didn't get on the parade. There was a lot of Trojans on base. He did get on base via hit by pitch, but other than that, he was kept off the base paths last night. The pitch, That one's chopped on the ground to short. Vasquez will have one play, and that's to first, and that'll be in time. Moving to third is Jeffries.
Tell you what, even though obviously he did the right thing, advanced the runner, but Paterno showed some good speed down the line. That ended up being a closer play than it looked like it was going to be.
Yeah, looked like for a second it was going to be pretty routine for Jalen Vasquez, but he had to get rid of that one in a hurry at the last second there just because Paterno was getting down the line really well. So here's Jack Casparo. Comes in today's play, 3:23 on the year. First pitch breaking ball from Fowler is a called strike on the inner half. Casparo got the scoring started yesterday, launched a 2-run homer in the first inning. Gave Mount Olive what would be a 2-0 lead at the time. And this is high and out.
Casparo, first team All-Conference Carolinas as a utility player, also made the all-defensive team as a second baseman. Second team All-Southeast region as well.
1-1 misses outside, 2-1. If you're Landon Powell, you just want someone out there that can go out there and just give you innings and all kind of depth. Because, again, you're playing for 2 today. You're trying to get 2 here. I don't know if you'd love to just play 1, but if you're Landon Powell, you just need someone out there that's going to be able to throw strikes today. That one's foul back, 2-2.
Yeah, if you're going to go down, you want to at least make the other team earn it, not just have to stand at the plate and just watch pitches go by all day.
Right, and while North Greenville did give Mount Olive a lot of chances and put a lot of guys in scoring position on the base paths, Mount Olive did have 10 hits as well. It's not like they didn't go out there and earn it. Here's the 2-2. The good break ball did not get the call. Count runs full.
Yeah, and honestly, it
must have been low.
I think it was just a little bit outside. That would be my guess. But, yeah, I mean, honestly.
Even we can't agree on it.
Honestly, Mount Olive, I mean, it could have been even worse for North Greenville yesterday. A lot of runners left on base for Mount Olive.
Yes, there were. Here's the 3-2. That was fouled out. We'll do it again.
I mean, even had the walks not occurred, I mean, still would have been a close game. Mount Olive had their share of extra base hits, home runs, and, but obviously makes things a lot easier when you're walking.
Absolutely. By the way, the North Greenville defense kind of comes in a little bit. They started the at-bat back. Now they come in. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there for Brody Fowler. 2 away. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Landon Choboy, the right fielder for today's contest. Choboy followed up Casbaro's 2-run shot last night with a solo shot of his own. That was a screaming missile out of here. First pitch swinging, fouls it back, and that's going to get out of play.
Mentioned yesterday that Choboy was not selected as All-Conference Carolinas, comes into today with a .380 average. Now, you do look at the number of games played, and I think that was most likely a contributing factor.
Well, I mean, still got 66 rookies coming into today's contest.
I mean, no question he has All-Conference and I would say even All-Region numbers, but he did miss 10 games, 53 games for Mount Olive, and he played in 43 of them.
Here's the 1-1. It speaks, but I mean, you would think though at that point, I mean, he did miss at least 10 games or 11 games with him, whatever that number was. But still, I mean, 9 home runs, 66 ribbies. I mean, gets a player. That one's up the middle. That one's going to sneak through, and Mount Olive's going to take the 1-0 lead. Good 2-out hitting there from Choboy. Gets the Trojans out in front. Here's JT Stone. Stone was officially 1 for 3 last night. He also walked twice. Count at 1-0. There's a strike. Even the count up.
And obviously this is similar start for Mount Olive to what we saw yesterday, and this is exactly what they had in mind.
Something off that one. It's calling the outer half, 1-2.
The further ahead you can get the earlier you can get ahead in this game, the better for Mount Olive. It's just going to continue to take the pressure off of their starting pitcher.
Here's the 1-2. Popped up. Third base side. Looks like Corey Bivens is going to take this one, and he's got it to put the squeeze on it. But not before Mount Olive picks up a run on 2 hits. We played half an inning. It's Mount Olive 1. North Greenville coming to bat. Head to the bottom half of the first inning here in Tigerville. Mount Olive jumped out in front, 1-0. Get a look at the North Greenville Crusaders lineup. We'll get only one change to talk about. It'll be Carter Deerdorf, Pat Monteith, John Michael Fail, Marek Kloop, David Lewis, Jalen Vasquez. Andrew Kaminsky gets to start in left in place of Zach Zara. Then be Bryce Roddy and then Corey Bivens to round out the order. And the man they'll be facing, number 53 right-handed pitcher Carson Gibson. Comes in with a 5-0 record. This is his 5th start of the year. He has his 10th total appearance. ERA of 4.18, 28 innings pitched, 26 hits, 15 runs, 13 of which earned, 9 walks, 23 strikeouts. Opponents batting .250 off the right-hander Carson Gibson. In will stand Carter Deerdorf. Deerdorf was 1 for 4 last night. He slaps that one down the left field line. That one's going to get down for a base hit. You know, it's Paterno. Carter Deerdorf makes the turn at first. He's heading towards second. The throw will come in and be late. Did he hold the bag? He did not. Good job there from Caspero to hold the tag down on Deerdorf, and Deerdorf just slid right past the second base bag.
And we might already have our first challenge.
Yeah, Deerdorf kind of ran off the bag pretty quickly, so he seems to be.
Yeah, I think he knew he was off. And yep, that seems to be the case.
Yeah. Powell consulted Deerdorf, and he said, "Yep, I was off the base." So an unfortunate start for the Crusaders and a break for the Trojans. Here's Pat Monteith. Count at 1-0. Heater misses upstairs. Defensive alignment for the Trojans, again unchanged. Out in the outfield from left to right, Vito Paterno, Dylan Jeffries, and then Landon Choboy out and right. On the infield, Alden Cottle at third, Joshua Jones at short, Jack Caspero over at second, Cooper George at first. There's a 2-0. Us misses there. Count runs 3-0. Again, Mike Kinney behind the plate and to complete the battery with Carson Gibson.
It must have been just a little bit high.
Now the Mount Olive faithful giving Bobby Dunnigan some trouble behind the plate. There's a called strike, 3-1.
That's been a ball all day. Are you kidding me?
Gotta love these two fan bases, showing a lot of support for their team here this weekend. Here's a 3-1. Breaking ball, that's going to miss inside. Free pass issued to Pat Monteith, and that'll bring up John Michael Fail. Fail was 2 for 4 last night. Of course, had that 3-run homer that we showed in the highlight package pregame. Also had a double in the 8th inning last night. Now sits alone at the top of the career home run rankings now. Last night being his 77th career home run. Breaking ball didn't quite break back far enough, 1-0. You look at John Michael Fail's numbers on the year. That one's ripped out into left field, but that one's going to be played on a hop. He can't field it. Well, for a second, Paterno was going to be able to catch that one. It looked right at him, but the ball just kept diving and just nosedived on him. It's a good thing for Mount Olive that he was able to keep that one in front as well. That will score that one a hit. Second base hit for the Crusaders here in the inning. Then we'll step Marek Kloop. This is the guy the Crusaders really need to get going. Still looking for his first hit in the regional. Makes a called strike. And the Mount Olive offense definitely playing him more so to pull. They definitely don't think he's going to hit one down the right field line. In fact, if he does hit one down the right field line, he can run for a long time. Here's the 0-1. Popped up right side out of play. Well, I don't know if we can get a shot here of the camera that we can get a look at the outfield defensive alignment, but Landon Choboy out there in right field, he's practically in the right center field gap. You get a look at it right there. He's practically in that right center field gap, so anything down that right field line, Crusaders can run business. That one's out in the right field. That one's going to get down for a base hit. Round third is Monteith. The throw will come to play, but it'll be cut off, and North Greenville ties it. There's a good time for Marek Kloop's first base hit of the regional, and we're even at 1. Here's David Lewis, and you want to talk about red hot. David Lewis had himself a night last night, going 3 for 4. He had 2 home runs, both of which were not cheapies. Now tied for the team lead with Pat Monteith, 17 bombs on the year. First pitch to him is a breaking ball. We have a breaking ball for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Misses, count even at 1-1.
David Lewis, All-Conference Carolinas second team. A lot of second-team Conference Carolinas players on the field today.
A lot, yes. There's a good breaking ball in the outer half, 1-2. Yeah, 3 breaking balls to Lewis to start this at bat. I know David Lewis can handle the fastball. They're going to try to, if he's going to beat us, he's going to beat us with a breaking ball.
19 members on the second team All-Conference Carolinas. 11 of them are playing today.
I wonder how many of the first teamers are playing today as well.
Yeah, I'll get back to you.
Count even at 2-2.
Looks like we've got 6.
Whew. Lots of talent on the field tonight, everywhere. And North Greenville 45-9 on the year. Mount Olive 38-15. Here's the pitch. Foul tipped into the mid, strike 3. Good pitch there from Gibson to retire Lewis, and there's 2 away. Here's the shortstop, Jalen Vasquez. Vasquez had an 0-4 last night. He was 0 for 4. Struck out twice. There's a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. And someone by the end of today will be headed to a super regional. Mount Olive, with a win here in game 1, can do just that. And North Greenville wins, we'd have a deciding game 3. That one's out of play. And if that were to happen, that would be about 45 minutes to an hour after the completion of this one. Still got a long way to go here in this one, though. And with both these teams' offenses, no one's really truly out of anything. Here's the 0-2.
Vasquez, another one of those second-team All-Conference Carolinas members.
Jones over at short holding a runner on. If he can go to the left side, takes a ball. If he can go to the left side and kind of scoot one through, could result in a run. Two's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The number 2, Jalen Vasquez. Here's the pitch. Fastball off the plate. Count runs full. And the runners will be off with the pitch. Here it is. It's outside, ball 4. So that'll load the bases for Andrew Kaminsky. So an early chance for Andrew Kaminsky to prove Landon Powell's decision-making, inserting him into the lineup today. First, we're going to get a mound visit. It's kind of calm Carson Gibson down. Just remind him that it's only 1 pitch away from getting out of this. His meeting at the mound is over. Kaminsky stands in. Kaminsky 333 on the year. Just his 15th start of the campaign. First pitch to him is a breaking ball in the inside corner. Early chance for the Crusaders. Here's the 0-1. That one's ripped out to left field. Paterno started in. It's over his head. It's going to bounce over his head. Going to hit the top of the wall and bounce over, and that's going to cost the Crusaders a run. Crusaders take the 3-1 lead. Again, it looked like Jalen Vasquez, he was most definitely going to score on that one if it stayed in the park. But it ended up just bouncing over. You know, Paterno started in, and they're always taught as an outfielder, first step is always back. Paterno just got fooled on that one, and the ball just kind of kept carrying on him. 2 times he's had trouble fielding line drives hit at him. Crusaders lead at 3-1. Here's Bryce Roddy. Takes a first pitch fastball on the outside corner. Roddy, a sophomore, batting .357 on the year. Hits on that one, could even the count up at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. With the breaking ball, Barati swung over the top of it, count at 1-2. 3 runs on 4 hits already in for the Crusaders here in the home half of the first inning. Just the response Landon Powell was looking for out of his ball club here early on this afternoon. Here's the 1-2 from Gibson. Barati pokes that one out of play. We'll do it again. Vasquez over there at third for North Greenville. Andrew Kaminsky out at second. That one's going to get out of play as well. Good fight from Bryce Roddy right here. Another job, nice job there from Roddy to spoil that one. Right there just keeps on fighting. There's been 3 straight excellent pitches there from Carson Gibson. Bryce Roddy is just reaching the bat out and just spoiling them off to the left side all 3 times. Who wins the battle right here? Here's the pitch. That one's hit on the ground on the first base side. Knocked down by the first baseman, and he'll fortunately fall right to him, and he will take it to the bag himself to retire the side. But not before the Crusaders pick up 3 runs on 4 hits. We played 1. North Greenville out in front, 3-1. Head to the top half of the second inning. Mount Olive finds himself trailing 3-1. Cooper George will lead things off. Fowler starting his second inning of work as there's a fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. George 352 coming into play today. There's a good breaking ball on the outer half, 0-2. Yeah, North Greenville's going to need innings out of Brody Fowler today. Fastball outside. Yeah, that's something where Mount Olive does have a good amount of depth in their bullpen. That's something that North Greenville, they've got some arms, but overall, not a ton of depth. There is some depth, but just not a ton of depth. And that's going to be challenged here today if they can
Try to force another game later tonight. Count even at 2-2. There's a beautiful breaking ball from Brody Fowler. Cooper George is caught looking. Second strikeout early on for Brody Fowler. That'll bring up Alden Cottle. Cottle batting .312 on the year. Another breaking ball from Fowler, 0-1. That's a welcome sight for Landon Powell and company to see their starter throwing strikes early on. That one chopped on the ground ashore. Vasquez is going to have to come in on it. Throw over to first is in time. Good job from Jalen Vasquez to come charge that one to record the out. 2 away. A nice play there from Jalen Vasquez. Again, playing defense on this turf, balls get to you a little quicker, so they have these guys playing a little bit deeper. So that was definitely not an easy play for Vasquez. Had to come a long way for that one. Here's Joshua Jones. Fastball in the outside corner, even the count up at 1-1. Jones, 260 on the year, 4 home runs, 41 ribbies, 366 on base percentage. Wins and misses there, 1-2. Fowler 1 pitch away from a 1-2-3 inning, something the Crusaders only did once last night. Here's the pitch. Little check swing over the shortstop. Vasquez, another one on the run, and another good throw, and that will retire the side. Trojans go 1-2-3 here in the top half of the second inning. We played 1.5. North Greenville out in front, 3-1. Be 9-1-2, do it for the Crusaders here. They find themselves on top 3-1. Bivens, the only man to not come to the plate in the first inning. And not your typical numbers from your 9-hole hitter. Both teams really have good 9-hole hitters. Bivens and then Mike Kinney for the Trojans. Obviously, there's probably some strategy there for head coach Landon Powell and Rob Watt over there on the Trojan side. Both have good 9-hole hitters to send things back to the top of the order. That's a good slider there from Gibson, even the count up. Bivens had a home run last night. That was his 12th on the year. With the fastball, that's ripped out to center field. But right at Dylan Jeffries, 1 away. And a lot of hard contact early on for the Crusaders. So here's the top of the order for Carter Deerdorf. Officially, Carter Deardorff singled down the left field line. He was safe at second with a head-first slide, but he just couldn't hold the bag. It was a great job from Jack Caspero to hold the tag on him. There's a called strike. Here's the 0-1. So that was outside. It's a couple of times now that Deardorff slid off the bag here in the regional. I think home field advantage as well, but he's just a freshman. I mean, not everybody plays on all-field turf, and obviously you're going to have to slide earlier when you do play on an all-field turf field. There's a good backdoor breaking ball from Gibson, 1-2. Gibson comes with here, the 1-2. That one sent out to shallow center field. Jeffrey started back now, makes his way in. 2 away. Monteith walked back in the first inning. Later came around to score on the Marek Kloop base hit. There's a good, strong fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. Gibson with the 0-1. And with the breaking ball, Pat Monteith tried to put that one over the dorms beyond the left field fence. Came up empty. Pat led the team in home runs for the longest time until David Lewis hit 2 home runs last night to tie him. And he comes up empty there. 1-2-3 inning for the Trojans here in the home half of the second inning. Both teams trading 1-2-3 innings here in the second. We move to the third. 3-1 North Greenville.
Crusaders go down 1-2-3. We'll head to the top of the third inning. Crusaders still on top 3-1. Now access the official NCAA program on your mobile device, tablet, or laptop free of charge. Visit NCAA.com/K-Footprams for an inside look at today's championship.
Nine, 1-2, due up for the Trojans here in the top half of the third inning. And you know the bracket situation for today, Mount Olive wins, they move on to the Supers. North Greenville wins, we'll have a deciding game 3, 45 minutes after. Over in the Newberry Regional, Belmont Abbey took care of Newberry last night. They moved and improved to 2-0. Newberry and UNC Pembroke just starting their contest in an elimination game. Winner of that one will have to beat Belmont Abbey twice. Belmont Abbey in the driver's seat over there in the Newberry Regional. First pitch to Mike Kinney is a called strike. Tyler working quick. Here's the 0-1. Outside 1-1. There's a good pitch. Down at 1-2. And 1 run on 2 hits for the Trojans, 3 runs on 4 hits for the Crusaders. Neither team with an error to this point. Okay, he just gets a piece of that one to stay alive.
So far, 43 pitches for Brody Fowler, 28 strikes.
That's exactly what Landon Powell, Trey Dyson, and company were looking for out of their right-hander. 1-2, got him swinging. Third strikeout of the ball game for Brody Fowler, and that'll get things back to the top of the order for Dylan Jeffries. Jeffries has one of those 2 base hits for the Trojans. He led off the ball game with a base hit. Breaking ball in the inside corner, called strike. Fowler's he has such command of that breaking ball of his. It's nasty and it's definitely proving very tough to hit early on for the Trojans. That one's up the middle, but right into the shift. Roddy played perfectly behind the second base bag, 2 away. Talked about it last night. There were times where the Crusaders died with the shift, just perfectly placed ball from the Trojans. Right there's another time that if they're playing straight up, that one's through for a base hit. Crusaders live by the shift. So here's Vito Paterno. Fastball just off the plate.
Yeah, and it's the complete opposite of where North Greenville was just a few short years ago. Trey Dyson came in and absolutely embraced the shift.
That one sent out towards shallow right center field. Who's going to get that one? It will be Bryce Roddy to put the squeeze on that. And another 1-2-3 inning for Brody Fowler and the Crusaders as we head to the home half of the 3rd inning. North Greenville on top, 3-1. It'll be Fail, Kloop, and David Lewis for the Crusaders here in the home half of the 3rd inning. Again, a must-win game for the Crusaders here today. A position they know very well from a year ago. They have the exact same position that they were in this time last year. They were in a regional with UNC Pembroke and Lenore Rhine. Lenore Rhine and North Greenville both took care of Pembroke. His first pitch is a called strike to Fail. That set up a best-of-3 series between Lenore Rhine and North Greenville. LR took the first game of that series, and North Greenville came back to win the next 2. There's a high and tight fastball. North Greenville's been in this position before. Backs up against the wall. They've been there, done that. They also did it in the Super Regionals last year. They were up 1-0 in a series against Columbus State, got walked off in heartbreaking fashion in Game 2 of that Super Regionals. That chopped on the ground, third base side. Cottle can't handle it, and Fail's going to be safe at first. That was a tough hop for Cottle to handle over there. It will go down as an E5. Tough error there for Cottleby. Just that in-between hop. It's so tough to handle. So here's Marek Kloop. Gets down a bunt to the third base side, but it's going to go foul. Not a bad idea from Marek. He's got plenty of speed. If he gets that down the third base line, it's almost a guaranteed single for him, but it drifted foul. Here's the 0-1. That's breaking ball ripped out to center field. He's broke back, now coming in, makes the grab. Two hard hit balls for Kloop on the day, and here's David Lewis. Lewis struck out swinging in the first inning. A game like this, elimination game, even with how well Brody Fowler is pitching thus far, never have enough runs for either, and goes for either squad. That one's hit. That one's going to get into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Fail will stop at second, and runners at first and second with one away. Here's Jalen Vasquez. Vasquez walked in the first inning. And already the fifth hit for the Crusaders. First pitch breaking ball from Gibson. The Vasquez is a called strike. Good backdoor breaking ball there from Carson Gibson. And something's got to give today. Both starting pitchers records. Gibson comes in at 5-0. Brody Fowler at 7-0. Something's got to give today. Unless, of course, a no decisions handed out at some point. That one's chopped first base side with foul. Quickly 0-2. Way ahead is Gibson. Here's the pitch. It's hit on the ground. That's going to be not knocked down. That's into center field for a base hit. Fell around third. He's going to score. David Lewis makes his way to third, and runners on the corners, and North Greenville leads it 4-1. Gasparo almost knocked it down. Did get a glove on it, but it wasn't enough to keep it from going into shallow center field. Here's Andrew Kaminsky. Had a double in the first inning. Had that ball that was misplayed, but Paterno out there and left broke in on a ball, realized he too late that he needed to go back. Ended up being over his head for a ground rule 2-run double. Nice opportunity here for the Crusaders. First pitch to Kaminsky, misses outside 1-0. Check on Vasquez over at first. Vasquez is a threat. He hasn't run a crazy amount, but when he does, he's been very successful. That one's ripped into left field. That's going to get through for a base hit. Coming home to score is Lewis, and it's 5-1. 2 at-bats, 2 hits for Andrew Kaminsky. Inserted into the starting lineup, and he's doing his manager proud. So here's Bryce Roddy. There's now action down there in the Trojan bullpen. A right-hander Not quite yet throwing from the rubber, or doing some serious throwing. He's playing toss right now, so there's no real action yet. And this started with an error. John McFell hit a chopper towards third that Alden Cottle couldn't quite handle the in-between hop. Kloop flied out to center field, and then since then have been 3 straight base hits by David Lewis, Jalen Vasquez, and Andrew Kaminsky. Plated 2 runs for the Crusaders. They still have runners at first and second. There's only 1 away.
We do see some action in the Mount Olive bullpen as well. Something to keep your eye on.
He is now on the rubber. Looks like he's starting to get some serious tossing in now. Roddy gets the bunt down third base side. That's going to be tough. There will be no play, and everybody's safe. 4th straight hit for the Crusaders. A beautifully placed bunt there from Bryce Roddy, and they're loaded for Corey Bivens.
I believe that was number 18, Jaden Gartner, that was warming up in the bullpen.
Yes,
That's
it
what I
is.
saw, 18, yeah.
That is
It's a
Gartner.
senior from Lloydminster, Alberta, Canada.
Looks like someone down there in the bullpen just gave some sort of signal. I don't know if it was a sign to say that he's ready to go. They're going to leave Gibson in to face Bivens. First pitch high. A 5-1 lead for the Crusaders. Again, a chance to tack on more. And your back's up against the wall like North Greenville's is here in game 2 of this best-of-3 series. You can never have too many insurance runs. Here's the 1-0. Good swing there from Bivens. Fouls that one out of play. Crusaders at every base. This pitch from Gibson, and nowhere close, 2-1. Evans has got plenty of pop. 12 home runs on the year. One right here. This place may come unglued. Here's the 2-1. He did go around. He got fooled on that one, 2-2. Vasquez over at third, Kaminsky at second, Roddy over at first. Bivens at the dish. Gibson trying to get out of this. No breaking ball, check swing. He did not go around. The count runs full. This is a big pitch upcoming here from Gibson. Here's the 3-2. It's got a mile high down the left field line. Paterno drifting towards the line. Now it looks like he's in foul territory. Will make the grab. Throw coming home. Well, not in time. Throw down to third. And they're going to get him. The run does score as Vasquez comes in to score. North Greenville adds to their lead. It's now 6-1. They do so on 4 hits. They also have benefit from an error from the Trojans. They played 3 runs in the frame. We played 3. North Greenville out in front. 6-1. Jack Casbero will lead things off for the Trojans here in the top of the fourth inning. Got some work to do. Find themselves trailing by 5 here early on. Again, still plenty of time left in this one. Brody Fowler's been dealing early on. Had a brief trouble in the first inning, but ever since then he's been on a tear here. There's another chopper to Vasquez over at short. Another strong throw. 1 pitch, 1 out. Showboy brought in the only run for the Trojans thus far. Had a 2-out base knock up the middle. At the time, gave Mount Olive a 1-0 lead. And other than a little bit of first inning trouble with Dylan Jeffries having a base hit, and he was able to make his way over to third with 1 out. Other than that, there's not been, in fact, there hasn't been any traffic thus far since then. Showboy's the last Mount Olive hitter to reach base. Tired 8 in a row. Here's the 2-0. That one's popped up. Bale will give a look, but it'll get out of play. Count it 2-1. Here's the 2-1. That's a good fastball on the outside corner to even the count up. Fowler's had a good fastball today. His breaking ball's been sharp. Here's the 2-2. Chop foul. Comes with the 2-2, misses high and tight, count runs full. Here's the payoff pitch. That's downstairs, ball 4. First free pass of the ball game issued by Brody Fowler. Here's JT Stone. First pitch misses. So not really a threat to run. 6 for 9 in the stolen base department this year. That one's fouled back. Count sits at 1-1. Breaking ball misses. 2-1. One misses upstairs. 3-1. After not walking a batter for the first 3 innings, Fowler's in danger of walking back-to-back hitters.
That was pitch number 60 for Brody Fowler. No action in the bullpen.
That one's hit up the middle. That one's going to hit off the second base bag and into center field for a base hit. Third hit of the ball game for the Trojans. First for Stone on the afternoon. Here's the first baseman, Cooper George. You talked about it, over 60 pitches now for Brody Fowler. No action in the North Greenville bullpen. And the Crusaders definitely going with all hands on deck kind of approach today. For the first pitch, we get time called at the plate. George struck out looking to begin things in the top of the second. The breaking ball popped down the right field line towards the Mount Olive bullpen, and it'll get out of play. George had himself an interesting night last night. Only had one official at bat. He grounded into a double play. But his other 4 times at the dish, he walked 4 times. One of 12 walks issued by North Greenville pitching a night ago. That one's fouled at the plate, 0-2. The 0-2. That one's also popped down the right field line, but that'll get out of play. Big inning for Mount Olive, trying to at least try to cut into this North Greenville lead. Trying to do a little bit here. Is the 0-2. Hit on the ground to first base. Lewis got it. Throw over to second for 1. Throw over the first. Fowler covering, and they turn the double play. The good old 3-6-1 double play. Get Fowler and the Crusaders out of trouble here in the top half of the 4th inning. Mount Olive puts runners at first and second with 1 out, but can't do nothing with it. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. North Greenville out in front, 6-1. New pitcher for the Trojans of Mount Olive, number 18, Jaden Gardner. His 11th appearance on the year, 4.24 ERA. 17 innings pitched on the year, 14 hits, 8 runs, all of which earned, 14 walks, 11 strikeouts. Opponents batting .230 off number 18, Jaden Gardner. And he'll face the top of the order for the Crusaders. First up be Carter Deerdorf. First pitch from Gardner misses. Well, Deerdorf clips the bottom of the zone. Count even at 1-1. Deerdorf 1 for 2 in the ball game. Comes up empty on the breaking ball right there. Count at 1-2. Good pitch on the outside corner. Deerdorf thought it was off the plate, but Bob Dunnigan behind the plate didn't think so. One away. First strikeout for Gardner.
It's crazy how for all the fans, the umpire is terrible one half inning, and then a great umpire the next half inning.
Yeah, you're applauding them the next half inning, yeah.
It is not an easy job.
That one's ripped out to center field. That's going to fall in front of Jeffries. He's got to jump up to catch that one on the hop. That's a one-out base hit for Pat. Fails 1 for 2. Base hit in the first and then reached on the E5 in the third. Later came around to score as well. First pitch to Fail, misses low.
Tell you what, John Michael Fail must love the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, because that's been his walkout song pretty much
since freshman
his
year,
entire
right?
career.
Yeah, I remember hearing that at games, coming to games in 2019. There's a good pitch, knee-high outside corner.
There's also Christian Walker's walkout music back in the day for South Carolina.
He had some big-time bombs in his career with the Gamecocks for
Still,
sure.
and he's still hitting it in the majors.
One, misses down. Monteith over at first is a threat to run. Stolen 17 bags this year, only has been caught 4. There's a 2-1, foul back to the net. Count even at 2-2.
Head coach Rob Watt from Mount Olive came out to get that foul ball himself. I don't know if you're a player, especially a freshman. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't want my coach to do that for sure. 2-2. Fail gets a piece of that one to stay alive. I remember when I was in college a lot of our bench coaches and our pitching coaches as well told a lot of the pitchers, like, you are to get that every single foul ball, whether it's out of play on the nets or, you beat the on-deck hitter, anything that you can to. You guys have got to be on those foul balls. So, and that was at the college level too. Here's the 2-2. Swing peeled down to first. He did not go around. And the count runs full to Fail. Just to check on Pat over there at first. And wouldn't be surprised if Landon Powell put Pat Monteith over there at first in motion with only 1 out. Obviously, you have a good trust in Fail to be able to put the ball in play. He's going. That one's fouled into the North Greenville dugout. Look out down there.
Good call on putting him in motion. Didn't quite work out for NGU, but get another chance at it here.
Well, don't be surprised if North Greenville tries it again because, again, Vale doesn't strike out a ton. Of course, he's without a doubt one of the best hitters, not just in D2, but in Division II all time. So you would have a lot of faith in Vale to at least be able to put the ball in play. Gardner trying to strike him out right here. There goes Pat, and that one's inside, ball 4. The runners at first and second for Marek Kloop. Kloop's 1 for 2 on the day. He's hit it hard both times. Kloop's been stuck on 13 home runs for, say, a couple weeks now. He can do that here. He'd certainly break this game even more so open than it already is. Can never take your foot off the gas pedal, especially in an elimination game. Here's the 1-0. There's a good pitch. Paints the black on the outside corner.
Strike zone's getting bigger, Blue. Stay consistent.
Steps off the mound for just a second, but he toes the rubber and ready to go. He come with here. Here's the 1-1. Slapped out of play, 1-2. Kloop got to try to protect the plate right here. In a decent sized hole in the right side of the infield if he can go that way. He can't. Swings through that one. Good pitch there from Gardner to retire Kloop, 2 away. So here's David Lewis. Lewis has been scorching hot this entire regional. 1 for 2 today. First pitch swinging as David Lewis chops it foul. There's a good breaking ball in the outer half, 0-2. James Lewis wasn't sure if it was a strike for a second, but if it's, seems like at least this inning or so in the last couple of innings, that's been a strike from Bobby Dunnigan behind the plate. So you got to kind of shorten your zone a little bit here and try to have the 2-strike approach. Know that it's a strike. Lewis covers the plate right there. Stays alive. David Lewis, a transfer from Clemson University. Made his way to Tigerville here in the fall. The 0-2, well outside, 1-2. Monteith at second. He had a base hit. John Michael Fail had a lengthy at bat and eventually earned a walk. He's over at first. Here's we're going to get a pitch clock violation. Now the count now goes to 2-2. You wonder if that was going to get called because he stepped off the mound a couple times now. Just took a little bit too long there to count it 2-2. Slap down the right field line, out of play. We'll do it again. See what Gardner comes with right here. The 2-2. That's hit up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Monteith is around third. He's going to come home and score. It's misplayed out there in center field, but Fail will not advance to third, and it's 7-1 North Greenville. David Lewis is on fire this regional. Another base hit for him. Has the Crusader lead. Kind of went down. The guy that would practically pick that one off the turf right there, but was able to get it into center field. Thought for a second when that happened right there, when Jeffrey Smith played it, Fail was going to advance to third, but he elected to stay right where he was at second. First pitch to Vasquez is on the outside corner.
Yeah, I think if it was almost any other runner for NGU, they would be at third. But John Michael Fail, first of all, he's the catcher, and he's still never been 100% running wise since he got hurt last year.
And that was a crazy tale. Had knee surgery just after the conference tournament. That one's poked out to left field. Tino going to his right, nearing just shy of the warning track to make the grab to retire the side. Crusaders do pick up a run on 2 hits. They leave 2 runners stranded. We've played 4. North Greenville on top, 7-1. Bottom third of the order, do it for the Trojans. Brody Fowler on the mound. He's starting his 5th inning of work. As far, he's gone 4 innings. Allowed 1 run on 3 hits. Struck out 3 thus far. With a big looping curveball in there for a called strike. That's ripped down the left field line. That's going to get him down and into the corner for extra bases. Cotto around first on his way to second, and the Trojans have the leadoff double. There's Joshua Jones. if they're going to cut into the lead, they're going to need to do it sooner rather than later. First pitch to Jones. This breaking ball nearly hits Jones.
For Brody Fowler, 70th pitch of his outing coming up.
At the very least for Mount Olive, you need to try to at least run his pitch count up to try to get him out of the game, see if you can get to that North Greenville bullpen. That one's hit into center field. That one's going to drop in front of Pat Monteith. There's runners on the corners, nobody out. Mount Olive trying to put together a little rally here in the top of the 5th inning. Still no action in that North Greenville bullpen. Here's Mike Kinney. Kinney struck out swinging his only time up. Fastball missed off the plate, 1-0. Finding a little bit of success with the bottom third of their order thus far. And Kinney will complete the second time through the order for the Trojans. There's a pitch called strike on the inside corner. One pitch, one spot here for Kenny. The 3-1. That is ripped into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Coming in to score is Cottle, and it's 7-2. 3 straight hits from the Trojans from the bottom third of their order.
Here comes pitching coach Hunter Dilworth to have a word with Brody Fowler.
I think just to kind of set him down, calm down the true freshman.
Yeah, give Mount Olive a lot of credit. I mean, they're not relying on home run power for this game, but just stringing together some base hits, getting runners in. It's all you can do right now.
Maybe the more that they're seeing the true freshman, maybe the hitters are trying to feel a little bit more comfortable at the plate against the true freshman.
Yeah, both teams with just one extra base hit, both of those being a double. Cottle with the double for Mount Olive and Kaminsky with the double for North Greenville.
Just calm down, say, hey, we got a lead. Keep doing you. Keep throwing pitching the ball over the middle, over the plate. Keep throwing strikes. And sometimes they just hit them. That's the name of the game. That's a couple pitches away to try to see if he can get a ground ball here. Maybe try to turn 2. But Mount Olive trying to string something together. They've already put one up on the scoreboard this inning. Trying to cut into this North Greenville lead. First pitch to Jeffries misses. Jeffries 1 for 2 in the ball game. Breaking ball hit on the ground to third. Bivens was going to tag. Did he tag the runner? Did not get the guy at second, and he did not get the tag. So everybody's safe.
We might have a challenge here.
Yeah, Bryce Wright immediately is going to Coach Landon Powell saying, hey, challenge that. Get a look at it right here. Does not look, he got the tag there. Throw to second. The runner's in the way. It's tough to tell exactly what the call is, or the correct call it is. The runner kind of blinds us a little bit on that angle.
Yeah.
Umpires are going to come together here.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be the only angle that's going to really tell us anything.
We are going to have a review. Looks like they're going to review both the tag at third base to see if he got the tag on him. They're also going to review the play at second base to see if he was out at second. Again, if that's the only look we got down that third base shot. Looks like Joshua Jones, the runner from Mount Olive, kind of shielded our view from the second base standpoint. As it stands, it'll go down as a fielder's choice. I'm guessing an E5 as well. And again, we only had, so far we've seen the one angle. I think that might be the only angle we're going to get here. Don't see anything. Now, we may get an overturn on the tag. It was tough to tell from the one vantage point that we got. There was a tag applied on Joshua Jones as he was making his way to third. Yeah, I don't think anything's going to get overturned at second just because we didn't really have that great of a look, unless they have a look that we haven't seen currently here on the screen.
Yeah, just live, it looks safe at both bases. So don't know if anything.
Yeah, based off live and based off the reactions of the video stuff that we do have.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to see much of an overchange. And if that's the case, the bases are going to be loaded for the Trojans. Again, with either of these offenses, man, they love to score in bunches. Mount Olive put up 13 runs last night. They only scored in 3 of those 8 innings that they came to the plate. That was all they needed.
Yeah, this is a big call. Still no outs in the inning. 2 on base with 1 out versus bases loaded with 0 outs. I mean, that could be a major difference in the inning.
Especially a potential lead run over at third would be probably the one in question. Again, I don't think we're going to get enough to overturn the call at second.
I think the longer this one takes, the less likely it's going to be that there is an out.
And again, they're probably just trying to make sure, because they did indicate beforehand that they were going to review both plays.
Yeah.
Try to see if there was a tag put on by Corey Bivens. And they're also going to check to see if they got the runner at second. Don't love the play there from Bivens. Well, we'll get into that in a minute. We're going to get a call here. Dunnigan, before he makes the call, he's talking it over a little bit with Landon Powell right now.
So here we go. We're going to take another look here.
Slowing it down for us, just a look right, see if he got him. Safe at third, and he's safe at second. Everybody's safe. So now the bases are indeed loaded, as we expected. Again, not enough evidence to overturn the call. Here's the look at second.
Yeah, he just can't quite. Well, maybe.
Yep,
yeah,
right there,
yep,
foot's
safe.
in right there. So a good call there from the umpiring crew.
And once again, great camera work, guys.
Great camera work. An opportunity for Mount Olive to get right back into this game. Vito Paterno up with the bases loaded. Nobody out. First pitch swinging is popped out of play down the right side. A little unfortunate for Corey Bivens as well at third base side. Usually one of those you probably just want to try to let the runner go. I know you want to try to get that lead runner, but maybe try to see if you can get that over to second quickly and try to turn a double play. But of course, we have benefit of hindsight 2020.
Yeah, it's a high risk, high reward play. Could have gotten the out at first.
That one's chopped up the middle. Going to be a tough play. Roddy feels it, goes to the back to second. They get the out there. Mount Olive does pick up another run. It's 7-3. Nice job from Roddy. That was not an easy chopper to handle up the middle there. Runner still on the corners for Mount Olive with one away.
And by the way, that play from Corey Bivens did go down as just a flat-out fielder's choice with everybody being safe.
With
so
no error charge. Okay.
Right, no error, no hit, just a fielder's choice.
Because he can't really give like a quote-unquote mental error.
Right,
really
right. And he easily could have made the throw to first, chose to keep it and go for the tag instead.
Caspero, he's swinging to third base. Bivens gonna field the hop. Thought he put the tag down. He did not, and everybody's safe again.
And this is going to be interesting. Because if Landon challenges this and loses, then the challenge is over. Now this should be a pretty clear. Oh,
he's out.
I believe he's got him.
Does Landon Powell want a wrist challenge? It would be a good challenge. Now we got to check on.
And he's going to challenge.
We got to check on Mike Kinney over there at third. He took the brunt of that. From that angle that we had, I didn't see a bobble, and Corey Bivens was pretty confident that he put the tag down.
And that's a big gamble by Landon Powell. You know, obviously, seeing the replay, it does appear that the out was made, but that couldn't have been an easy decision, because if you lose this challenge, then you're out.
And you're done for the
now,
rest of the game.
After the 7th inning, reviews for teams that are out of challenges are under the umpire's discretion. Now, whether or not a coach can ask them to get together, I believe that is allowed.
Yeah.
So just because you're out of challenges doesn't necessarily mean that you can't review a play. However, you have to ask the umpires to get together and consider a review.
Yeah, at this point, it looks like it'd be just like a challenge that if you lose it, you would be out of challenges for the rest of the middle innings, and then you would get them back once you could at least get them to, ask them to go to review.
Right. But it's not guaranteed.
It is not guaranteed.
In the 8th and 9th inning. Again, that's only after the 7th inning. It's up to the umpires to decide whether or not to challenge a play.
Again, based off what we saw there, it looks like the call should be overturned. It looked like Corey Bivens fielded it and was able to put the tag down on Mike Kinney. And you can tell Kinney's still trying to shake that one off. Kind of awkward slide back into third.
Yeah, it was a hard tag too, but I mean that's all that Corey Bivens could do. Obviously, you're trying to get the glove down there as quickly as you can.
As quickly as possible, absolutely.
So nothing egregious there or anything. Just trying to get your just sheer momentum, taking your arm down there, and ended up getting shaken up a little bit. So a long top of the 5th due to these two challenges.
It's a big call. It's the difference between bases loaded with one out versus runners at first and second and 2 out.
Yeah.
Because we are starting to see action down there in the North Greenville bullpen. Baseball mannerisms, I'm thinking that's Michael Rodriguez. I can't exactly tell for sure, though.
Just like the first challenge, I don't know, the longer this challenge goes,
I was wondering because, like the last one, they had 2 plays separate to review. That one made
Right,
more
right.
sense.
That
This
makes
was
sense.
just to play a third.
Yeah. I think they might be just checking to see if there are any other angles, just to make sure that that is the only one that they should be looking at.
In a regular season game, you'd be like, all right, guys, come on. But in a postseason game, it's like, you know what?
You want to get it right.
Yeah, we want to make sure we get every single call right. Well, we got this time. Newberry at UNC Pembroke are in an elimination game over there in Newberry, South Carolina. Winner will have to face Belmont Abbey twice, or they'll have to beat them twice. Newberry currently leads UNC Pembroke 5-1. They're in the top of the 4th inning in that one. And here's another look at this one. Ball bounces right to Corey Bivens. Looks like he puts the tag down right there. And the call is indeed out. And Mike Kinney, a little bit of it, and it was tough for Kinney as well. He was kind of caught in no man's land. That was right on the line. Bivens did a good job of being able to put the tag down for the second out. How often do you see 3 straight fielder's choices?
Yeah, taking a look at it just one more time. And I mean, yeah, it's pretty clear there.
Good job from our production crew and camera guys as well. So runners at first and second, 2 away for Landon Choboy. Choboy's officially 1 for 1 on the day. He's first pitch swinging, chops it foul. Fowler has given up 2 runs already in the inning, but if he can keep things right here, especially where things were going with a base load, nobody out, I think North Greenville would take it at this point. That one's ripped on the ground, but right at the shortstop. He'll like to go the short way to third. And yet another fielder's choice. 4 fielder's choices in a row to end the frame. Mount Olive does pick up 2 runs. They cut into the North Greenville lead. It's 7-3 as we're halfway home. Bottom third of the order, due up for the Crusaders. It'll be Kaminsky, Roddy, and then Bivens. Kaminsky getting the start here today in place of Zach Zara out left. And he's rewarded his manager with very, very kindly today. 2 for 2. Had a 2-run double in the first and then had a base hit in the third. And as you mentioned earlier, partner, the only extra base hit for the Crusaders thus far, but they haven't needed anything else. There's the first pitch strike. That went high and tight, nearly hit Kaminsky.
So just to reiterate with that challenge 1, Landon Powell and North Greenville does have 1 challenge left. Mount Olive still with both of theirs.
Foul back to the net, 1 and 2. It's kind of one of those nice things to get the challenges. You know, if you're wrong, you lose it. If you're right, you get to keep it.
Yeah, definitely.
Here's the 1-2 from Gardner. That's hit hard on the ground, first base side, but foul.
You know, the only downside, and I talked to head coach Landon Powell about it a little bit during the season, the only downside to it is that it does kind of stop the flow of the game. You know,
Yes, it does.
Because the first couple of times we did it in the regular season, Landon was concerned that it was taking forever to get the video to the umpires, and that wasn't the case. It's just that the umpires they want to be thorough with it, as there is a called strike 3, and Andrew Kaminsky goes down looking.
Yeah, Kaminsky's retired for the first time today.
But
second strikeout for Gardner.
But yeah, so that's been the only complaint about the video review, is that it has taken a while, and we've seen that today. Both challenges took a good bit of time.
Here's to Roddy, his head out to right center field. Jeffrey's going back. He's going to watch that one sail on out of here. Second home run of the year for Bryce Roddy. That one got out of here in a hurry, and North Greenville picks one of those runs right back. Roddy got a pitch he could handle, and boy, he did not miss that one. And he's fired up about it. He just got that one right over the heart of the plate and took that one out to right center field. All Dylan Jeffries could do was watch that one fly out of here. So here's Corey Bivens. That one's hit out to left field. Can you say back-to-back jacks? Corey Bivens leaves the yard. Home run number 13 on the year for Corey Bivens, RBI number 50. And North Greenville gets those 2 runs right back in the blink of an eye. Back-to-back pitches too, man. Another pitch right over the heart of the plate. Corey Bivens basically knew it right out of the box, got right into his home run trot. Hit that one over the North Greenville bullpen down the left field line. Here's Carter Deerdorf, 1 for 3 in the ball game. He's first pitch swinging. That one's chopped up the middle. That one's going to get through for a base hit. Tough little 3-pitch stretch there for Jaden Gardner. Gives up a homer to Roddy, gives up a homer to Corey Bivens, and then a first pitch single to Carter Deerdorf. And here's Pat Monteith. Here's Pat Monteith. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Pat leads, or tied for the team lead now, I should say, with David Lewis with home runs in 17. Has not hit a home run this regional yet. There's a strike. Count even at 1-1 to Pat Monteith. And from Gardner, the 1-1. This is low. Long looking from Gardner. Here's the 2-1. That one's chopped. Cottle's going to take that one to the second base bag. They'll get the lead runner there. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, well,
Oh,
they're going to get runner's interference there, so
wow.
both runners are going to be out. Interesting call. Deerdorf get another look at it right here. Throw over to second for the fielder's choice.
I guess they're saying he got back up too quick. I mean,
well, it looks like they're saying that he interfered with Jack Caspero over there at second, so they're going to rule Pat Monteith out over at first, and yet it seems like a common theme. Landon Powell having another conversation with the umpiring crew this weekend. That's going to go down as a double play on the runner's interference, and I don't think you can challenge that either. Going to get another look at it right here.
I mean, he's going for the bag. I don't understand.
There doesn't seem to be a whole lot there, but it looks like and I don't think he was going to throw it either. Like it look, because Pat Monteith does have really good speed and gets down the line really well, but you can't assume that, of course.
Yeah.
So it does look like, I guess for a second he bumps Caspero a little bit there. And I guess that was enough.
I mean, I think
second base umpire Kevin Spivey to.
I mean, the only thing I see there is that he started getting back up fairly quickly, like before he actually got to the bait. I think that's what the argument is, but I don't know. I mean, he's starting to get back up sooner than you typically would there. That's the only thing I can see there.
I don't know, I just think maybe the little bump on Caspero is the thing that probably got him there, and I think that's what he's going to call. I mean, because it wasn't really a late slide either. So interesting call there from Kevin Spivey out there on second base. But nonetheless, North Greenville picks up 2 runs on the 2 back-to-back shots from Bryce Roddy and Corey Bivens. We head to the 6th. North Greenville out in front. Crusaders as we play on here in the top half of the 6th inning. JT Stone will lead things off for Mount Olive. First pitch misses 1-0. Stone's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Base hit coming in the 4th.
Yeah, 6 hits for Mount Olive. 6 different players in the lineup with a hit.
Fastball just off the black. It looked good from up here, but yeah, missed outside, I guess. That one missed as well. He's telling Landon Powell.
He's saying it's outside.
He's saying it's outside. Landon Powell is not having it. Nonetheless, count sits at 3-0. That one's right down the middle. Swing at this one, fouls that one out of play. Count runs full. Again, Brody Fowler out there for the Crusaders, giving them very much so needed innings. Begins the 6th inning of work as that one's sent out to center field. Monteith started back, now stopping and makes the play, 1 away. So here's Cooper George. George is 0 for 2, struck out in the 2nd and then ground to a 6-3-1 double play. And that ended the 4th. First pitch swinging on the ground to third. Bivens will fill the 1 hopper, throw to first a little low, but handled nicely by Lewis, 2 away. Here's Alden Cottle. Cottle 1 for 2 in the ball game.
This break in the action might be to let the Mount Olive pitcher in the bullpen warm up a little more. It's been a pretty quick inning so far.
It has a little bit of a lengthy, about 6-pitch first pitch at bat, and then the first pitch out there to George. So Rob Watts just going to talk to Alden Cottle a little bit. Just give his pitcher down there in the bullpen a little time to warm up. A couple extra tosses.
Seems to be ready now.
First pitch from Fowler. Appeal down to first to go around. He did. Home plate umpire Denny Everett says that Alden Cottle went around, counted 0-1. In a massive hole on the right side of the infield if he can go that way. Count even at 1-1. That one's low, 2-1.
Brody Fowler now at 92 pitches.
The true freshman, I wouldn't be surprised if this is his last inning. That was a good breaking ball there from Fowler, count even at 2-2.
Nobody warming up in the North Greenville bullpen.
There is nobody warming up, so maybe going with him as long as they possibly can. Here's the 2-2. Out of play.
It looks like the Mount Olive bullpen's cleared out too, so I'm not sure if the...
Well, there was a guy warming up.
Yeah, there was definitely someone warming up. Guess he's ready to go.
Greenville faithful trying to cheer on Brody Fowler. Here's the pitch. That one's down the left field line, but it's hooking foul. Cottle got the bat head out in front of that one, but couldn't quite keep it fair. Looking for Fowler. He's ready. Here's the 2-2. Outside from a count runs full. Here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 6 really good innings from Brody Fowler here today. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. North Greenville out in front in this elimination game for them, 9-3.
New pitcher for Mount Olive is number 34, Justin Kohler. 6'1", 200-pound junior from Tampa, Florida, transfer from West Virginia University. Kohler comes in with a 3.79 ERA, 3-1 for the season. 23rd appearance, 38 innings pitched, 35 hits allowed, 16 earned runs, 13 walks, 31 strikeouts, and opponents batting .250 against him.
He'll face the heart of the North Greenville order and be John Michael Fail, Marek Kloop, and then David Lewis. He's definitely going to get tested here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. First pitch to Fail, splits the plate, 0-1.
This North Greenville lineup has sprung to life this game. Every single player in the lineup with at least one base hit. Corey Bivens was the last one. That home run put him in the hit column.
Here's the 0-1. Guy from Fail, count out even at 1-1. Again, if this result does hold, we still have 3.5 innings or so to play. If this result does hold, we will have a third and final game between these two schools. Winner will move on to the Super Regional. Chop foul. Mount Olive can somehow mount a comeback. There will be no need for a, if necessary, game later tonight. Be about 45 minutes to an hour after the completion of this one, if we do indeed get there. Here's the 1-2. In the dirt. Well, I say in the dirt, but yeah, you know what I mean. Of course, an all-turf field here. Everywhere turf, except for the pitcher's mound. Here's the 2-2. Oh, we're close, 3-2.
Yeah, North Greenville played at Lenore Rhine this season. Their field is all turf, including the pitcher's mound. So that certainly makes things interesting there.
I'm sure they probably deal with a couple holes there every once in a while.
Oh, yeah, I guarantee you.
3-2 is downstairs, ball 4. Second free pass issued to John Michael Fail. And puts the leadoff runner on for Marek Kloop. This is the second appearance of the tournament for Justin Kohler. He pitched a third of an inning against Georgia Southwestern in their opening round game. Gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, only one of which was earned. The first pitch breaking ball to Kloop. 0-1. Marek got his first hit of the regional back in the first inning. He's flown out to center field and then struck out swinging since then. The 0-1 swings through that one, 0-2. Yeah, if somehow, some way, if Kloop can guide one down that right field line, he could be running for a while. Here's the 0-2. There's a call, strike 3 on the outside corner, and Marek is not happy about it. Marek's got to be very careful. He does not want to get thrown out of this one, because if he is thrown out, he would be suspended for the final game of the regional. I will say, from up here, it looked like it was off the plate, but again, we're not exactly right behind home plate, so we're not exactly a perfect view of that one. Lewis, first pitch swinging, pops it up down the right field line. George giving chase, but he runs out of room. It's well up on the hill. Lewis has been swinging a red-hot bat in this regional. 2 for 3 today, 2 base hits. Also launched 2 home runs last night against Mount Olive. Kohler's pitch to him. That one sent a mile high into the air right. It's going to stay in the park. Choboy ranging towards the line will make the grab. 2 away. Here's the shortstop, Jalen Vasquez, officially 1 for 2 on the day, has reached base twice. Walk in the first and then a single in the third. Kohler's first pitch to Vasquez is a big old breaking ball, but broke too low. And that didn't look too bad either.
Well, that must have been a little bit low there.
Yeah, Vasquez did confirm with the home plate umpire and asked him it was low, and he did the little motion sign for low. It's the only place it could have been. Here's the 1-0. That's slapped down the left field line, but tailing foul.
Yeah, there's a lot of information that an umpire is willing to share with the batter if you ask. I know that being a Mets fan, Daniel Murphy would always, after a called strike, he would always check with the umpire to see exactly how much of a strike that was. Whether any lower it would have been called a ball, any higher, wherever it was in the zone. So
right.
If you ask, a lot of umpires will give you that information.
Now, there's also probably asking a little bit too much as well. Sometimes we get a little bit of kind of in between there. But you're right. Most umpires, if you ask now, Landon Powell, the way the umpires have done today, probably wouldn't be so kind to share that information. There's a breaking ball, but stayed outside. Counts at 3-1 to Vasquez. Kohler, I'd be very, very careful because I would not be surprised to see Vasquez, especially if it's a fastball, swing away here. Here's the 3-1. He is swinging away. That one sends down the left field line. I believe it's going to stay in play. It did stay in the park, but I don't think Paterno came up with it. He did not. Notice that tough play. Again, we lost a little bit of our, on the camera angle there, but Paterno, as he got towards the fence there, just it's always tough when you're around the fence trying to navigate the fence and trying to make sure you don't flip over. I remember we had that play back in 2019. Jeffrey Chandler flipped over the wall down the right field line. So some outfitters aren't afraid to do it. Full count here. Fail will be off with the pitch. Here it is. Foul back to net. We'll do it again. If I'm Fail, I'm thinking, I'm like, well, at least I'm getting some exercise. And yeah, man, you're making me run on this knee right here right now. Good job there from Vasquez to protect. We're ready. Here's a 3-2 once more. So on the ground, first base side and foul. We'll do it yet again. John Michael Fail over there first. He walked to let things off. And Kloop struck out looking, and then David Lewis popped up to right. Here's the 3-2. Breaking ball hit hard down the right field line. Look out down there, but foul.
You're right. John Michael Fail's getting the steps in right now.
Yep. He's been off with the pitch 3 times now. He's going to have to do it at least another one. It's like, come on, man. I'm a catcher, man. Come on. Help me out here.
8 pitches so far to Jalen Vasquez. We'll have at least 9.
Kohler versus Vasquez. Here's the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Called strike 3. Kohler wins the battle there to retire the side. Crusaders get a leadoff walk of John Michael Fail, but can't advance them any further. We've played 6 here in Tigerville. North Greenville out in front, 9-3. 8, 9, and 1, due up for the Trojans of Mount Olive here in the top of the 7th as they trail North Greenville 9-3. Brody Fowler still on the mound for the Crusaders. 97 pitches. He's on 6 innings, give up 3 runs on 6 hits. Four strikeouts thus far. Really only had trouble. He had a little bit of trouble. He gave up a run in the first. Had a lot of trouble on the base pass in the 5th inning. But other than that, Brody Fowler has been pretty much spotless. First pitch to Joshua Jones, misses outside. Jones 1 for 2 in the game. That one splits the plate.
Brody Fowler about to hit triple digits in pitch count. 99 pitches, 100 coming up.
There's a lot. Landon Powell's leaving him in there. And pitch 100 is a called strike, too. It's not often you even see a true freshman try it out there in a must-win game for a team. But Landon Powell gave him the start, and he's proven to him that he deserved this.
He's right about where you want to be in strike-to-ball ratio. 65 strikes, 36 balls.
If you told Landon Powell that, I think he'd have taken that every single time. Count runs full to Joshua Jones. Brings him up on the inside corner, strike 3. 5th strikeout of the ball game for Brody Fowler. And there's one away. There's 9-hole hitter Mike Kinney. Kinney's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Base hit coming in the 5th. There's a called strike 1. 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error for Mount Olive. 9 runs on 13 hits, no errors for North Greenville. Count even at 1-1. Pumping a fastball, it stayed high. It's a 2-1, swung on and missed, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. It's chopped on the ground to short. Vasquez fields the short hop. And a good throw over to first, 2 away. So bases clear, 2 outs for the top of the order and Dylan Jeffries. Jeffries 1 for 3 in the ball game. That one sent out towards right field. Kloop ranging towards the line, just short of the line, makes the grab, and that's another 1-2-3 inning for Brody Fowler. Giving Landon Powell and North Greenville everything they needed and more here this afternoon. Time to stretch here in Tigerville. North Greenville out in front, 9-3. Bottom third of the order, due up for the Crusaders. It'll be Kaminsky, Roddy, and then Bivens. Kaminsky's 2 for 3 today. Double in the first, a base hit in the third, and then struck out looking in the fifth. Kohler's first pitch to him misses it inside and tight. Kaminsky getting the start over Zara today. I can imagine that Landon Powell's probably going to put him in for game 2 if there is a game 2, assuming North Greenville can hold the result.
Yeah, still certainly not too late for Mount Olive to get back in this one, but
not at all.
6 outs remaining for them. They're going to have to really get to work.
That one's hit sharply back up the middle. That one's going to get into left center field for a base hit. That's the third hit of the ball game for Andrew Kaminsky. So here's Bryce Roddy, 2 for 3 in the ball game. His last time up. It looks like Andrew Kaminsky's going to get taken down. But Zach Czar won't come in to pitch run for him. Because Roddy had that shot out to right center field 2 innings ago. That was the first of back-to-back jacks as Corey Bivens, the man on deck, he hit one right after Roddy did. Kohler's first pitch to Roddy, squares, shows bunt, gives it third base side. If it stays fair, it's going to be a base hit, but it's not. It's going to be foul. Heads up play there from Cottle to just let that one go foul. But then again, I don't think he had any other choice. Roddy did the exact same thing in the third inning. Had a bunt for a base hit in the third. It's just about a foot away from having a second bunt base hit. Cottle comes in a little bit now, just about a step or 2 in front of the third base bag. Ooh, that was close over there at first. Trying to pick off Zara over there at first.
Yeah, it's a good decision. Zach Zara just entered the game as a pinch runner. Why not put him to the test a little early there?
0-1 swinging as Ronnie fouls it back to the net. 0-2.
Battle up there, 12. Good job here, Bryce.
And that base hit by Kaminsky a few moments ago. 14th hit of the ball game for the Crusaders. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Roddy's down on strikes. Third strikeout for Kohler. There's 9-hole hitter Corey Bivens. Of course, the old thing goes, Alan, you want to always get as many insurance runs as possible, but you also want to save a little bit of some runs for a potential game 3 and deciding game 3. You never have enough insurance in these games. As first pitch swinging is Bivens, pops it up. Now giving it a look, but that one's going to get on top of the third base dugout.
Yeah, it's certainly interesting because, you know, if you're in position like North Greenville is to take this game, you want to keep the momentum going late in the innings, but at the same time, you know, you've seen enough times, and it doesn't matter what team you pull for. It can be any team out there, major league, college, whatever. You see those times where one game they'll score just a ton of runs, and then the very next game just barely anything, just no offense. And so North Greenville certainly has gotten the offense going in this game, but they definitely want to save a little bit for a bit of it for Game 3 if they can. If they, assuming they hold on, of course.
If results do hold, Mount Olive does have 6 outs left here in game number 2 of this best-of-3 series. That one misses outside and high.
And meanwhile, for Mount Olive, you're certainly not out of this game, but you know you can't get down on yourself in this second game. You know, you still might have one more to play, so got to kind of forget about it after the game and just be ready, get pumped up again, and just forget about Game 2.
Runner takes off for second, throw down to second. They got him in plenty of time. Zach Zara's cut down trying to steal second. There's now 2 away. The throw was in plenty of time there to get Zach Zara.
Come on, get in the game.
Count sits at 1-2 to Corey Bivens. Bases now cleared here for Kohler. And with a good breaking ball, but a really good eye there from Bivens.
Worse than that.
2-2. That one's hit up the middle. Nice play by the diving shortstop Jones. Throw over the first is not in time. Hustle there from Bivens. Beats that one out. Continue the inning for the top of the order and Carter Deerdorf. 15th hit of the ball game for the Crusaders. Deerdorf is over the plate, 0-1. Deerdorf's 2 for 4 on the day. Base hits coming in the first and the fifth. There's a good pitch on the outer half of the plate, 0-2.
And looking over at the Mount Olive dugout, I mean, they're certainly not panicking or anything. They're all cool, calm, and collective.
Well, they don't need to win this game.
Right, exactly. And Rob Watt, he hasn't been, going up and getting in anyone's face or anything like that. He's been calm as well. So, they're still a confident bunch. They took 2 out of 3 against North Greenville in the regular season.
Ooh, looks like we're going to get a pitch clock violation as well. Got to be careful there as well. Count at 1-2 now. It's also very dangerous when you call time that late and stuff.
Yeah.
I know violation, but when you stop like that, injuries can happen. So usually when you're pitchers are usually taught, well, once you start, don't stop. Here's the 1-2. Well off the plate, 2-2.
It was like J.J. Putz for the Arizona Diamondbacks when the song Kickstart My Heart started playing on the loudspeaker, and he finished the pitch even though he threw it right into the ground.
Right. Here's the 2-2. That's sent out to right field. That ball's got some carry to it. That ball's up. That ball is gone. 2-run shot from Carter Deerdorf, and North Greenville pads their lead. Third home run of the year for Deerdorf. RBIs 26 and 27 for him. And North Greenville is out in front 11-3. got that bat head out of that one, a ball low in the zone, and just rode that one out of here. It seemed like he knew it off the bat, too. Monteith swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. And just the third home run of the year for Deerdorf. Doesn't use a ton of power, but he's got enough power. He can definitely do that, as he showed for the third time this year. It's a 16th hit of the ball game for the Crusaders. That one's fouled back. Kohler way ahead of Monteith, 0-2. That one slapped out of play. Ella, look out over there. That caught a piece of somebody on the hop over there down the right field line. Sure who that was, but they got smoked over there. Hope they're okay. Count remains 0-2 to Monteith. Here's the 0-2 from Kohler. High and tight. Look out. Pat's 1 for 3 on the day. Base hit coming in the fourth.
Where's he at, Blue?
That one's sent out towards right field, but that one's going to also get out of play. Interesting, we, in the press conference last night, we talked with Powell, and something that I noticed was Powell didn't exactly act like a manager that just lost. He just kind of chalked it up. It's like, yeah, we had a tough night last night. Our pitching really, it hurt us. We issued way too many free passes to first base.
Yeah, he's been around baseball his entire life.
Oh, he knows.
He understands sometimes things just don't go your way.
One miss, even to count up at 2-2. Yeah, and it was just he was very calm. He collected. He's like, hey, we still got another chance. Like, well, we just got to take 2 tomorrow. There's been plenty of times where we've taken 2 games of a series during the regular season on Saturday. So like, we just got to come out here, got to jump on them and try to take 2. That one's foul tipped into the mid. Monteithers are tied on strikes, and that will end the frame. But not before Carter Deerdorf sends one out of here to right field to extend North Greenville's lead. They lead it now 11-3.
New pitcher for NGU after a great outing by Brody Fowler is going to be number 11, Dawson Taylor, redshirt junior from Boiling Springs, South Carolina. Dawson Taylor comes in with a 3.38 ERA, 2-0 for the year. This will be his 23rd appearance, which does lead the team. 24 innings pitched, 13 hits allowed, 10 runs, 9 of them earned. 21 walks, 35 strikeouts. Opponents batting just 155 against him.
Yeah, Dawson's definitely got an electric fastball. He's definitely got the good stuff. We saw him pitch Thursday night in the opening round against the Hurricanes at Georgia Southwestern. And you got to give it up for Brody Fowler, man. 109 pitches, 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. He was exactly what the doctor ordered for the Crusaders here this afternoon. And again, the biggest difference, only 1 walk issued by Brody Fowler here today.
Little bit of an improvement from yesterday.
I would say so. First man Taylor will face his Vito Paterno, and he takes a called strike. Paterno looking for his first hit of the day. He's 0 for 3. A check swing, he did go around, 0 and 2. That one misses out. On 2, breaking ball missed low and in. And just a tale of two games for the Crusaders. Just a short time ago, last night, they had a tough time throwing strikes. Starter Reese Fields, he did strike out 8, but he also walked 8 as well. That one skips up there, count runs full. And Nate Roof came in. He had a real tough time finding the strike zone last night. Rare occurrence for him. Caleb Freeman did a great job in relief coming in. Only walked 1 guy in relief over the final couple innings or so. Hello. That nearly took out Jack Caspero over there on the on-deck circle. Here's the 3-2. Hit on the ground towards second. Roddy fields it. Throw to first. In time, 1 away. So here is Jack Caspero. He's 0 for 3 as well. He also had one of those weird fielder's choices like that. The 5th thing was just overall weird. As that one's high, but we had 4 fielder's choices. And you're like, how does that work when there's you only get 3 outs?
Yeah, it is rare for a fielder's choice to not result in an out, but that was the case.
And it wasn't even an error either. That's the thing. It didn't result in an error either. It was just Corey Bivens went for the tag. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was Joshua Jones he was trying to tag out at third. That one's foul back. Tried to tag out Joshua Jones going to third. He didn't get the tag and then tried to throw on the second to get the force out over there and didn't get that one either. Then the next 3 hitters grounded into fielder's choice at the end of the inning. That one's low and in. That one's out of play. Count runs full.
And Olive looking for their first hit since the 5th inning. They had 3 hits in that inning, but nothing since then.
Yeah, Mike Kinney was the last hit they had. That one misses just inside. Ball 4. There's a 1-out base runner for the Trojans. Here's Choboy. Landon's 1 for 2 in the ball game officially. Taylor comes with a fastball, misses outside. Barrow's got plenty of speed over there, 30 for 34 on the year in stolen base departments. That one's lined in the right field. That's going to get through for a base hit. Trojans playing station to station. There is the first hit since the 5th inning for Mount Olive.
Yeah, this is a good chance for Mount Olive to really get some momentum on their side going into what will probably be a third and final game of what has become a 2-out-of-3 series between these two teams.
I'll say, pardon, you got to be careful here because if you jinx things, but people upstairs are not going to be happy with you. I'll just say that. That one's high and tight. I ran into Janet McDonald after it was the first game on Thursday, and she talked about how you mentioned something, and then, of course, the Hurricanes had a 4-run ninth inning, almost came back, and she mentioned something about you jinxing it, nearly jinxing that game for Mount Olive. Count even at 1-1. Stone 1 for 3 in game 2 today. One well outside. Well, trying to get at least a few runs here to try to cut into that deficit, at least somewhat, as they maybe try to create some momentum going into their final at bat and maybe a potential final and deciding game 3. Count it 3-1. There's a good strong fastball on the outside corner, runs it full.
So far for Dawson Taylor, 20 pitches, 9 of them strikes. So not quite on perfect command, but still not too bad numbers.
Around the 50-50 mark. That one slapped out of play. We'll do it again.
Yeah, talking about Mount Olive just a moment ago. They've been well represented here at Ray and B. Dillard Field. A lot of fans, as well as some athletic staff. Alex King, SID. Mackenzie Yee, his assistant. She's here. Joey Higginbotham, the athletic director, saw him yesterday.
Yeah, they're definitely well represented for sure. You can hear them. Obviously, you hear the North Greenville faithful. Every time that there's a call that doesn't go their way, and you can hear them behind the plate giving it out. But anytime there's a call that doesn't go Mount Olive's way, you can hear a lot of them behind the plate as well. So there's a lot of Trojans that made their way from Mount Olive, North Carolina.
Yeah, a lot of tradition in that program.
And of course, 2008 national champions. Trying to get back to Cary, North Carolina. Swing and a miss. Dawson Taylor strikes out JT Stone, 2 away. First strikeout for Dawson Taylor. So here's Cooper George, 0 for 3 in today's contest.
Yes, Mount Olive program had a lot of success under former head coach Carl Lancaster. Retired in 2018, handed the keys to the program to Rob Watt. And they're still looking to get over the hump that has been North Greenville in these regional tournaments, but it seems like Mount Olive's here every year, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
No, it's not. A little hiatus last year, but back this year, getting a 38-15 record coming into today's contest. Tournament champions of Conference Carolinas. It always seems to be either Mount Olive or North Greenville fighting it out for the tournament title. The 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2.
Former head coach Carl Lancaster was a part of that marathon that was the 16-inning game between these two programs back in 2016. I remember that game like it was yesterday. Long, long night of baseball.
Here's the 2-2. Turk going to peel down to first. He did not go around. The count runs full. What year was that 16-inning marathon, by the way?
2016.
2016. All right, here's the 3-2. Chopped on the infield. Who's going to come get this one? It's going to be Vasquez. He's going to try to barehand it. He can't get it. It's going to get by him. One run is going to score. And moving over to third is Choboy. So base hit for Cooper George. Vasquez, all he could do to handle that one was try to barehand it. That was the only way he was going to get the out. Got by him. Allowed runners to advance over to third. So now it's 11-4 North Greenville. And that was just a tough play. Vasquez, the only way he was going to be able to get the out is if he barehanded it. It looked like it did take a little bit of a funky hop off the turf there. First pitch to Cottle misses way outside.
Yeah, North Greenville, that 16-inning game ended up with a walk-off sacrifice fly, and it was by the pitching coach, Hunter Dilworth.
Oh, interesting. How long was that game, hours-wise? I'm guessing 4.5.
I couldn't tell you how long the actual game was, but, man, I know that I didn't get home until well past midnight.
Hitter-friendly count here for Cottle. There's a strike at the knees.
Just to make that day complete, I told this story before on the air, but on the way home, which at the time I lived in Anderson, got pulled over.
Yeah, double whammy that night. That one's low and in, 3-1.
Luckily, it was just a warning.
Oh boy, what were you going?
I don't even remember.
You don't remember how fast you were going?
Nope.
You remember how far over you were the speed limit?
Nope.
3-1, that's inside. Plausible deniability, huh?
No, I wasn't actually speeding. He said that I swerved into a different, I was kind of swerving a little bit, which I don't remember doing that. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. So
that sounds like one of those just to see if there was, he was suspecting you for something else. and I think that's what he was trying to do. And then he found out, he's like,
it's called
nope.
being tired.
He's like, nope, I just had a marathon baseball game.
Yeah.
I promise I haven't had any liquid courage tonight.
John Michael Fail coming out to have a word with Dawson Taylor.
Yeah, just settle down. Hey, settle down, throw strikes. Still 2 outs in the inning. We got to play at any base. Jones does have 4 home runs on the year. If he can hit his 5th, that would certainly make things a little bit more interesting. He's 1 for 3 today. His first pitch to him. There's the strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Chopped on the ground and short. Another tough play. Vasquez isn't going to be able to field the funky hop. Another infield single for the Trojans. It's 11-5.
Yeah, definitely a single there. Would have been a tough play even if he did field it cleanly.
Again, another funky hop off the turf here.
Keep grinding. Let's go. Here we go.
Yeah, that took a hop and went to the left of him a little bit, or I guess his right.
Yeah, there wasn't much Vasquez could do about that one.
Can't put that on him.
Looks like we're going to get a pitch hitter for Mount Olive. It's going to be number 10, Gordon Pill. Going to come up in a spot here. He can really get his team right back into the game with a base hit, or if he can even leave the yard. Need to really make things interesting then.
Gordon Pill comes in, 275 hitter. 3 home runs, 10 RBIs for the season.
First pitch low and in, 1-0. There's a good strong fastball on the inside corner, 1-1. And here's the 1-1. Lays off the outside fastball, 2-1. If Pill can reach, that would get things back to the top of the order. Pill is the 8th man to hit in the inning for Mount Olive. That one fouled off of John Michael, failed to count at 2-2. Bobby Dunnigan is going to give Fail a little bit of time to walk that one off. Two's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Trojans at every base. And all trying to get closer and closer. The pitch, fouled off. Mount Olive faithful and a North Greenville faithful coming to life. The pitch. That's hit up the middle. Roddy's going to field it. He'll make the throw over to first. Dug over there nicely by Lewis to retire at the side. 8 men come to the plate for the Trojans. They do pick up 2 runs. We head to the bottom of the 8th. North Greenville still out in front, 11-5.
I'm good.
3, 4, and 5 due up for the Crusaders. That one's hit a ton out to left field. Plenty of home run distance, but it's foul. Fails 1 for 2 on the day. Base hit in the first and then reached on E5 in the third. And he's walked his last 2 times up. A new catcher for Mount Olive, Cade Kermode. That one's hit hard, but right at the shortstop. He'll field and throw over to first in plenty of time, 1 away. Here's Marek Kloop, 1 for 4 in the ball game. The mark is popped up. on the right field side. Who wants this one? It'll be Caspero to take that one. 2 away. Here's David Lewis.
For Justin Kohler, it's been a decent appearance for him. 2 earned runs given up with the walk, but has 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, other than the 2-run homer he gave up to Carter Deerdorf an inning ago. He's been pretty good. You know, he did have a little bit of trouble his last time out trying to close things out in the 9th inning against Georgia Southwestern, but
Currently at 47 pitches, 33 strikes.
no one really seriously throwing in the Mount Olive bullpen, so it's going to be his to finish. Here's the 1-1. Big swing and a miss. Lewis 2 for 4 on the day. Base hits in the 3rd and the 4th inning.
Stay in there, 1-7.
Time to call by Kohler. He's got to tie his shoes.
Double knot. I can show you how between games. What was that?
Here's the 1-2. Skips up there, 2-2. Down even at 2-2. Got him to chase that one down. And a strikeout for Kohler as he strikes out Lewis to end the frame. Final call for the Trojans here in game number 2. We head to the 9th. North Greenville out in front, 11-5. Final call for the Trojans here in the top half of the 9th inning. And at the top of the order, and Dylan Jeffries leading things off. Dawson Taylor still out there for the Crusaders trying to finish this one off. And if Mount Olive can't get 6 runs in the next 3 outs, we will have game 3 of this best-of-3 series. About 45 minutes to an hour or so after the completion of this one. Another one low and in, 3-0. And you got a lead like this, it's so important. You just need to throw strikes.
Yeah.
If they hit it, they hit it. There's a strike. This game about 7 minutes shy of the 3-hour mark. There's another strike. Count out full with 3 and 2. The pitch, that's line down the right field line, but foul. Greenville faithful coming to life. Here's the 3-2. That's hit up the middle. Going to be a tough play for Roddy. He's not going to be able to knock it down. That's in the center field for a base hit. Second base hit of the ball game for Dylan Jeffries. That'll bring up Vito Paterno. Paterno looking for his first hit of the game. 0 for 4 thus far. Base hit there by Dylan is the 10th hit of the ball game for the Trojans. There's a strike to even up the count. Wind to start this game was blowing about 5 or so-ish miles an hour from left to right. It's now shifted, blowing now right to left, basically blowing straight in from right center. That one's inside, nearly hit Paterno.
And the sun's also made its way out.
It has, and it's interesting that the clouds can kind of stay out there. That could be a problem for hitters later. That one's going to get by, fail, and go all the way to the netting. Jeffries advances to second. Yeah, unless the clouds, so there are clouds out that way, so it could help the hitters a little bit, but it'll kind of set. Looks like it's probably going to set a little bit off to the right just a tad. So it's not going to be right in the hitter's way, but you're definitely going to see it when you're trying to hit.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a big issue today. I think we've gotten
definitely going to depend on that cloud movement.
Yeah, I mean we've gotten through that part of the season where it sets to dead center field.
That one's hit on the ground to short. Vasquez to his right, feels it, throw across. They're going to get him by half a step. One away. Paterno got down that line really quickly, but just wasn't quite able to beat out the throw. And here's Jack Caspero. Caspero's 0 for 3 on the day. Did reach in the 8th inning on a walk. By time called by fail.
Go, Jack.
Get up in that chair over there.
First pitch to Caspero is at a mile high and foul down the left field line. No one's going to skip it there. That's going to get away from fail enough for Dylan Jeffries to move up to 90 feet to third base.
Yeah, like you said, Landon Powell right now he just wants strikes. Nobody warming up in the North Greenville bullpen, but if we get another walk or two, that might start to change.
Yeah, walk or two, and you're definitely probably going to start to see a little bit of moving around out there. Again, he doesn't want to have to get anybody up just because he wants to try to have everybody all hands on deck for Game 3 later on if North Greenville is able to get the next 2 outs.
Yeah, North Greenville crowd wanted that one, but right now when you're struggling with your command, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt. We talked about that yesterday.
Yep. Happened quite a bit yesterday. Here's the 3-1. That's ripped down the right field line, but tailing foul. Full count to Jack Casbaro. They coming to life. The 3-2 is a beautiful backdoor breaking ball for strike 3. North Greenville's 1 out away from survival. Second strikeout for Taylor. And the final hope for Mount Olive here in game 2 is Landon Showboy. Showboy's 2 for 3 officially on the day. Breaking ball stays low. Greenville trying to send us to a decisive game 3 of this best of 3 series to try to determine who goes on to the Super Regional next weekend. The pitch, that's a call, strike 2-1. North Greenville was able to make it out, he'll automatically host the Super Regional. I don't know if we'll have to wait and see as that one's foul bag. North Greenville's a strike away. Newberry's currently leading UNC Pembroke 9-1 in the 8th inning, so if that result holds and Mount Olive's able to win the regional, they'll have to travel to either Newberry or Belmont Abbey next weekend if they're able to win this regional. No one's worried about that right now. They're trying to focus on the here and now. Cues across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. North Greenville faithful coming to their feet. There's a 2-2 from Taylor. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Tag is applied, and North Greenville wins it. A force deciding game 3 of this best of 3 series between these two clubs. Mount Olive took game 1 last night, and North Greenville takes game 2 here this afternoon. Great display of offense from North Greenville, as you come to expect. 11 runs on 16 hits, no errors. Mount Olive, 5 runs on 10 hits and an error. Again, just exactly what the doctor ordered for Landon Powell and the Crusaders. Brody Fowler goes 7 innings, gets the win. 5 strikeouts, only allows 6 hits. Great performance for him today. Only allowed 3 earned runs in his outing. We'll come back. We'll say so long for now. Come back in about 45 minutes or so, and we are going to crown a regional champion here tonight. But for now, we're going to say so long, and we'll talk to you again in about an hour or so. For Will Cahaley back in the production studio alongside my partner in crime, Alan Cahaley, I'm Timothy Holcomb. We'll see you guys in about an hour.